The first noble truth of love is that relationships never stabilize. I don't know about you, but I thought that once I found love, we would work out our problems, we would resolve our conflicts, we would get to know each other deeply, and at some point there would be smooth sailing. That has never happened. Certainly, there have been periods of smooth sailing and incredible joy and great, great satisfaction. But at the same time, I've noticed that I'm unable to predict what governs the cycles of closeness and distance. And if you look at your relationships, you may find the same. In fact, this truth is relevant at every stage of relationship. Say, for example, you're going on a blind date. You've never even met the person. It's already very uncomfortable because you think, well, what if they don't like me? Or what if they do like me? What if I don't like them? What if we fall in love and all sorts of pain ensues? What if I don't have good judgment? Et cetera, et cetera. So you've never even met the person, but it's already very uncomfortable. Then if you fall in love, of course, that is wonderful, heavenly, absolutely. But it has a different kind of discomfort. The discomfort of noticing that every moment is so intense. Every gesture, every word, every action is fraught. You examine everything. What did that mean? Why did I say that word? Maybe they don't like me anymore. So while it is clearly the closest to heavenly that most of us will ever experience, falling in love too has its own discomforts and instability. And then, of course, if you enter a long-term relationship, the discomfort and instability start to look like something called irritation. I do not know why, my friends, but irritation seems to be part of our closest relationships. And it shows up as things like, why are you always late? Or I asked you never to say that to me again, but you just said it again. Or why don't you understand me when I talk about this or that? Why don't you remember that this is what I like and this is what I don't like? These are very normal, ordinary things. They're not necessarily the sign of a problem, but they are continually surrounding us in our closest relationships. In addition, in our closest relationships, you can show up as the most loving, kind, compassionate, open, giving person, and your partner may just not really respond to you. Or you can come home and be completely grumpy and irritable and in a terrible mood and not interested in your partner, and they can just embrace you with so much love. So just like weather, you cannot tell what front is going to blow through next. And the capacity to ride the waves of this mood or that, this connection, this disconnection, understanding, misunderstanding, becomes the most essential quality in long-term relationships. And fortunately, as meditation practitioners, that actually is what we're practicing, staying with what is, tuning into this moment, and now this one, and now the other. And of course, when a relationship ends, and we'll talk about this more later, there is no greater discomfort than that of a broken heart. So at every stage, before you meet, when you fall in love, when you develop a relationship, when a relationship ends, it is not possible to find stability. It is not possible to find comfort. Which brings us to this point. When most of us say we're looking for love, we don't really mean that. We mean we're looking for safety, a way to guard ourselves from pain. But my experience and my observation is that actually there is nothing less safe than love. It's not always comfortable. It's not always what you think it should be. But a good, strong, lasting relationship can show you what lies just beyond the beauty and glamour of romance, which is the depth and profundity and indescribable warm joy of true intimacy. So, my friends, romance, as wonderful as it is, and it is, always ends. But there's something that does not have an end when it comes to our relationships, and that is intimacy. You can never come to the end of it. There is never a chance that you have shown yourself completely, there is no more to show, or that you have received your partner fully, there is no more to receive. Intimacy can always deepen. All it takes is courage.